This is the morning Muse for the 30th day of Tishri. It's Rosh, Hodesh, Cheshvan. The whole concept of Cheshvan is very special. What's the real name of Cheshvan? Is it Ma Cheshvan, one word, Ma Cheshvan, two words, Cheshvan itself? Halachically, it's Ma Cheshvan, one word, but popularly and esoterically, Cheshvan itself is, quite frankly, good enough. Cheshvan is the one holiday, 1 month that is so deep, it has no holidays in it. So secretive, it has no holidays. Cheshvan has the same letters in it as the Nahash, which will be appropriate here. And it's Nahash plus a Vav, so that's 358, plus a Vav, which is 6, that's 364, and that's the same gematria as Ha-Satan, 364. And usually they use that for the difference between every day of the year and Rosh Hashanah and Yom HaKippurim, because in the solar year there are 364 days where the Satan rules, and then one day of that solar year where there is no Satan, and that's Yom HaKippurim. And so it's the same thing here, that the Satan, how to handle the Satan in Cheshvan. And what does this actually mean? Remember that Noah's Ark is in Cheshvan, and the two letters of Noach are part of the name Cheshvan and Moshiach, the Nun and the Het. And so this leads me to the morning Muse, because I had some things to say about Shalom, which is the last word of the blessing of the priests, Brakas Kohanim, Brakat Kohanim. And so I did the gematria of the word Shalom written full. Remember that the gematria of the word Shalom in itself is 376, which is the same gematria as Esau. Shin Ayin Vav. So how could that be? How could Shalom be Esau? And this is because everything contains its opposite. And so there's even Shalom in Esau. So I did the gematria of Shalom written out full. And that's Shin 360, Lamed 74, Vav 12, and Mem 80. That's 526. And then I added the letters. It's 3, 6, 8, 10. Then I added the 4 words, the 4 letters, each one is a group. That's 4, then plus 1, that's 5, so the total is 15. So it's Shalom, that's 526, plus 15, that's 541, and that's Yisrael. So Shalom is Yisrael, just like the blessing of the priest. The last word is Shalom, it's really Yisrael. It's the peace and the blessing to Yisrael. But Yisrael is the other brother of Esau. In his other form, Yaakov. Yaakov turns into Yisrael, and when he turns into Yisrael, that's when the Shalom comes. And what Yisrael is a nation of priests and a holy people. Their weapon is faith. Their weapon is prayer. Not arms, not swords. Weapon is prayer. Everyone has a weapon for what they want. The Jewish weapon is prayer, faith. This would leads me to the next thing. So I'm writing about the brothers. And then I look at thinking of Abraham. And so I'm looking for Yitzhak. And who was Yitzhak's brother? Yitzhak's brother is Yishmael. Yishmael, who is the progenitor of the Muslims, of Islam, related at the root to Yitzhak. And Abraham, of course. And so I did the gematria of Yishmael. Remember, this year, and this is what it's all leading to, because this year is the year 5775. And there are some projections that the Mashiach will come. And it's very deep, and you can look into it. And usually in explicating a year, we also explicate not the 5,000 part, but the individuality of the last three digits of, in this case, 775. So this year specifically is 775. And this is the Muse for today. So this morning I'm waking up and I write that, and I write down Yishmael, and I get the simple gematria as 451, which is a combination of the same numbers as 541. It's the 1, the 4, the 5 in different arrangements. So there's some link there, but I don't go by those links. And then for some reason, Hashkoka Protus, I spell out the full name of Yishmael. Yud, Shin, that's Yud is 20, Shin 360, Mem 80, Ayin 130, Aleph 111, and Lamed 74. And miraculously, without any add-ons, comes to 775. And so one has to look out here, because it's the year of Yishmael. How are we Jews going to combat the year of Yishmael? Remember, however, that this year is the year that the Mashiach may come. And so I'm going to proceed with this later on, because this is a Hodesh. That Yishmael is 775. And we see already in the beginning of this year so much going on with Yishmael. And so, how are we going to combat that? And here's where I feel that one must combat that with emunah. Another 775, by the way, is This is not mine, by the way, but it's, I don't even know how to pronounce this. It's a jar of manna. And what is manna but manhu? Gematria emunah, faith. Manna is the bread of faith. When you think you have to work for money, no, it's faith. Torah study is what you're supposed to work for. But, so what my suggestion is that we, in some circumstances, some minhags, or what's the word, some prayer books, nusachs, they say the man section every day. I suggest we say the man section and increase Tehillim, especially now, this month of Cheshvan and Mashiach month, and increase our prayers, find ways to increase emunah. Emunah is the fighting spirit of the Jew. This is a very deep issue. So the Hodesh for today, besides everything else, I feel that emunah is needed to combat Ishmael. And one can only have prayer if they have faith. Otherwise, what are you doing? So the point is, eat the bread of faith. Say the portion of man. Speak faith. That's Tehillim. And this is the way we combat, this is the way the Jews will spend their time in 775, the year of Yishmael, but also the year of Mashiach. And obviously on this deep point, and how to address this, we will go on, but this was the morning Muse for the 30th day of Tishri, Rosh Hodesh, Cheshvan.